One of the things I really wanted to talk about was just this call I have been thinking of making. There's a woman I ran into when I was at a dress store looking for an outfit. We went to a wedding, and goodness, I had no idea what size I was. Again, everything has changed, even physically. I'm obviously, well, you don't know this, but I'm bigger up top than I was before. And you know, my hips are a little bit different. There's still a little bit of swelling, you know. And so I went up to the counter and I just said, listen, I've got a wedding to go to. You guys are closing in 15 minutes. I just had this scenario happen. I've had surgery, and I don't even know what outfits fit on me. I don't know my size. And then there was this woman there who reached out to me, and she said, listen, I don't know who you are. I'm so sorry. I just overheard. I understand you've gone through cancer. There's actually a group that meets, and it might be a great idea for you to just connect with other people. And so I think that was definitely over maybe almost 2 months ago. And I kept her number, and I have been wanting to check out this group. I'd heard about it, and she said something really interesting. She said, look, some of us are there and we don't want to be there, but we absolutely need each other. And what I've realized after all these changes and all the wonderful things that I've gotten really excited about, there's a flip side, there's a dark side. And the dark side is sometimes you just sit there and you're like, what just happened? And so I try to just kind of, especially with the second surgery, because it was short, I kind of just like, I don't know, I think I've been pretending it was like getting a tooth pulled or a cavity filled, when in fact it is an incredible emotional roller coaster that takes place. And you can't go back. You can't go back to where you were. And in fact, part of you questions everything that you ever did and wanted to do. And were you really paying attention? And did you do this to yourself? And how could people let you get this anxious, or however, whatever the reasons are, you think you got cancer, you know? And it's just, I think it's just time for me to reach out to someone to talk to them, because, you know, there's so many life changes that have taken place in our home. The kids are in public school. I have two part-time jobs that are totally stress-free, different, but exciting and challenging in their new ways, because they're so different from what I was used to. You know, but I still have to figure out, okay, I have a husband that I want to support and I need support from. I have children who are not only in a new environment, but they are actually entering a completely different world. From homeschooling to traditional school, it's quite different. And while they're doing well, there are other challenges, like one of them is a teenager, 14. And there are so many different ways in which they're handling things and experiencing things. One is a tween. So there's some things that haven't changed. I'm still a mom. I'm still a wife. I still have a household that I care more about to keep clean than my husband. I'm not going to make generalizations about everyone's home, but I think that overall I become more anxious about the way I like to do things in the kitchen, in the living room, laundry, you know, things like that. So you still have those challenges. Those haven't changed, but at the same time they have. And I thought back to this movie, When a Man Loves a Woman. I don't know if you know that. Movies from like forever ago. I think it's Andy Garcia and Melanie Griffith, and the woman's an alcoholic, and she experiences this horrifying addiction, and then moves through it, and she's just not the same. And he just wants her fixed and to just move forward, and she doesn't even know she can be in that life anymore, you know. And I know for sure that there's some things that God absolutely required me to remove from my life, or I just simply would not grow. And I think this was a big growth opportunity in my life. The cancer came at a time when I was questioning the next steps on my giant list of priorities that I'd given to him. And then I felt like he said, yeah, actually none of that matters. And that's how I came to letting go of all these things. The homeschooling, which was incredible, but just I had been struggling with for some time because I was losing my confidence. And I just couldn't focus on offering them the support that they needed academically without having to pay for an online class or enroll them in some incredible learning opportunity environment. There are a lot of organized homeschooling groups out there and academic resources. It all costs money. And then trying to run my business, which, so much has changed in the climate of parenting and mothering and child rearing since I started. I started in the attachment parenting, where parents just were always wearing their babies and adjusting to their children's needs. And parents definitely come from the same place of loving their children, but do things a lot differently. There's a big focus on losing weight as soon as possible and pushing yourself to the point of death, in my opinion, practically, where some people just, they don't care. They don't care. They want to start working out as quickly as possible. And this is just so foreign to me. And it's not wrong. It's just so foreign to me. So amidst all this, I think I'm going to give this lady a call. And I was prompted to actually think about her again because I went and got fingerprinted because it's part of working for a school district. And there was a woman there who somehow it came up because I said I had surgery and I was trying to organize a time, and you have to schedule at a certain time at this particular place that the school wanted me to get fingerprinted. You couldn't just go in and get fingerprinted at the police station. I had to go to this place, and the only opening was the day of my last surgery. And so she knew there was surgery, and we walked up the stairs, and she said, "Are you okay to walk up?" And then I just kind of quickly said, "Hey, well, this is what happened, and I'm actually okay. I just can't, run and overextend myself, overexert myself." And then she introduced me to this woman who, like me, was diagnosed, and it came and it went. And she went for implants. I went for the deep flap reconstructive surgery. If you watched my other videos, there's more information on that. And we just connected, and I hadn't sought out any groups prior to that. And she shared with me how she has the BRCA gene, and her sister also got breast cancer but didn't make it. And it's just sometimes very sobering. Like, you forget what you've been through. It was this huge life-changing event, and you just kind of want to move forward. But I know there's some things where I'm completely stuck without dealing with them. And, I guess that'll be my next video. How did that call go? Did I go to one of their meetings? But that's the update. Things have changed. I've had 2 surgeries, and the breast cancer is out of my system. There have been a few complications here and there, but I've got a fairly fortunate outcome thus far. So Michelle Wennis, Green Woman in Your Childbirth. If you want to know more about that, www.greenwomanYC.me. And this is my Loving Through the Pink YouTube series, just kind of moving forward. And I guess we'll call this one Assessment. And that's it. It's the assessment. Okay. Take care. Bye.